Hi, my name is Jesus Moreno. With this short presentation, I will show you a new and a quick way to handle files and emails during the end of voyage process. QuickEOV Voyage, as I name it, is an add-in for Microsoft Outlook developed with Visual Studio Tools for Office on VB.NET. For demonstration purposes, I set up my laptop with a similar environment to our accounting PC, including the inbox, draft folders, and public folders, as well as a file on G Drive and Y Drive. As an example for this presentation, we will use QuickEOV Voyage assuming that we are cruising on Carnival Ecstasy starting the voyage on March 26 with 4-day cruise. In order to use all features, we need to set up QuickEOV Voyage. QuickEOV Voyage will be available to the user every time that Outlook is open. After select the desired options or settings, all the buttons will be enabled to the user. So we go to Settings. In this case, we will choose Ecstasy as per our example. The length will be 4, the month will be 3, day 26, year 09, and we will select all the options. Finally, we will press Save. Then you will see that all the buttons are enabled to the user. QuickEOV Voyage is divided in two parts: Quick Emails and Quick Copy. Quick Email is a utility that will help us in a new and a quick way to handle emails with attachments. So how exactly this system works? Quick Email will create an email from a template, attaching specific files on the correct position inside of the email. The subject will change also according to the selected settings. This utility will be useful when all SPMS and FSS reports are generated. Let's try some examples. For example, bar inquiry. The email is automatically generated with the correct attachment, and a pop-up message will confirm that. Let's press OK. Notice that the file is posted on the correct position, and also the date and the time is set accordingly. The signature will be displayed according to the current user. Because all attachments are successfully loaded, we can send the email or we can save it for later. In this case, let's send it. Okay, big question. How do we know that we already sent the email? In order to know that, we need to go back to the menu to verify the item selected. We go to QuickEOV Voyage, Quick Emails, and remember that we sent bar inquiry. We can see that it's checked. The items will be checked only if the email is sent or is saved. In this way, we will make sure not to send it again. Let's try now QuickEOV Voyage emails. The same process will be applied. However, in this case, all files will be individually zipped and then will be attached to the email. Let's see it in action. We go to QuickEOV Voyage email. Let's try POS FSS. A pop-up message will confirm that all file has been successfully zipped and attached. Please press OK. Notice also that all files are posted in the correct position and the subject is displayed accordingly. If you verify the source file where the file has been taken, you will see that there are no zipped files. Let's have a look. So we go to the G Drive, Accounting, Revenue Reports, and Voyage 0326. We can see that the POS FSS SAN recap is not zipped. However, it's showing as a zip on the email. This means that QuickEmail will create the zip files only for the email and will not leave any copies at the source folder. Of course, that behavior can be changed if we want to leave a copy of them. Let's go back to the email. In this case, we will save it for later. Please press Save and then press Close. Notice that the email item automatically will be saved at the end of Voyage folder located on the draft folder, and the current view will be changed locating our saved email. In case that you didn't see it, let's try another example, but first let's close the draft folder. So we go to QuickEOV Voyage, Quick Email, QuickEOV Voyage. Let's choose the two. The same process will be applied, but before we save it, please focus in this part. You will see that the current view will change pointing the target folder, that in this case is QuickEOV Voyage. So we save and then close. As you can see, we went straight to the QuickEOV Voyage folder instead to go by default to the draft folder. This means that we can redirect all our saved emails to any folder on our inbox if we need it. If you go back to the menu, you can see that both items are checked. This is because we save both of them. But everything is not happiness in this life. Let's try one example with missing attachments. In this case we will choose golf. As you can see, the email is generated, but in this case the system will detect that one of the files are missing, and a pop-up message will confirm that. We want to know which file is missing, so we press no. We can see that the golf recap is missing, so let's go to the G drive to find out what's going on. So it should be under concessions, and then golf. We can see that the date is wrong. Therefore, QuickEOV Voyage could not recognize it. In this case, we can save and add manually the file, otherwise we change the name back to normal, and then we try again. That's why it will be very important to name properly the files, and to follow the naming conventions from the main office, while we are saving our reports. In this case, we will add it manually. In order to do that, we need to change the date. We zip it. And finally, we will send it. So if you go back to the menu, you can see that our 3 examples are checked. Thereby, we can conclude that the items will be checked only if the email is sent or is saved. In this way, we will make sure not to make the same emails again. Okay, the best part will come at the public folder. Let's try some examples, but first, let's make some room in our screen to see the example better. Let's close the draft and let's close the public folder. Keep in mind that the public folder is closed right now. Let's choose one example. We go to QuickEOV Voyage, Quick Emails, public folder. Let's choose Cache and ShoreX. We can see that all attachment has been successfully loaded. We press OK, we verify, and we press Post. Notice that the item is posted in the correct public folder, and the view will point to our target email. In this case, the email went straight to Ecstasy because we set it up like that. But what happens if we choose another ship? In order to do that, we need to go back to the settings. We go to QuickEOV Voyage, Settings. Let's choose Fantasy. The length will be the same, 4, month 3, 26, year 09. We will choose all the options. We press Save. In order to see the example again, let's close again public folders. So we go to QuickEOV Voyage, Quick Email, public folder, let's choose the same one. As you can see, all attachment has been successfully loaded. We verify that. And then we will post. Notice that the public folder has been opened and went straight to the fantasy, and finally to the cache recap. In this way we will be more effective performing this task. First of all, we don't need to go to the target folder and to go through the different public folders to get there. Second, we don't need to create the email item and to change the subject or the body. Third, we don't need to search for the files on the different folders on G drive. Zip them individually and finally post them all on the correct position. Quick Email will do this work for us in a second and will save us a valuable time. Let me show you with few more examples how easy it will be. Let's close again public folders. We go to the inbox. Let's choose another public folder email. Let's choose our reports. As you can see, all attachment has been successfully loaded. We verify that. And then we will post. Automatically the public folder were open and went straight to the fantasy because we set it up like that. Perfect. As you can see, with QuickEOV Voyage, we can post all public folder items in seconds. This utility will speed up the QuickEOV Voyage process, and it will save us a precious time that can be used performing another task. Well, we covered already Quick Email, but I still have one more utility to show you. Let's have a look. We will finalize this presentation with Quick Copy. This utility will handle files that need to be transferred to the different locations on our network, like bar, casino, photo, housekeeping, and activity reports on OneDrive, and also for moving SPMS and FSS report to the concessions folder for later use. In order to show you this example, we need to make some space on our screen. Let's minimize a little bit our inbox. so we can see our folder. This folder will simulate the Y drive on our PC. In this case, we will choose bar. As you see, there are already files on it. This is because we post files as a daily basis, but now we will automate the final reports at the end of the voyage. Let's go back to the menu and press the button. QuickEOV Voyage, Quick Copy, Y drive, bar folders. The target location will be open. As you see, a final folder will be created inside of the bar folders, containing the transferred files taken from our voyage folder on G drive, SPMS reports, and FSS report. This utility will be very useful when all FSS and SPMS reports are generated, and also will be very important to name properly the files and to follow the naming conventions from the main office while saving our reports. Finally, let's try one more example. Let's close first the final report for the bar. Let's choose housekeeping reports. As you see, this folder is empty now, and we need to transfer quickly all our FSS reports and SPMS report for them. So in order to do that, we need to go to QuickEOV Voyage, Quick Copy, Y drive, Housekeeping. As you see, all the files has been automatically transferred from our Voyage folder on G drive, SPMS reports, and FSS reports. Well, I hope you enjoyed this presentation and the feature of QuickEOV Voyage that will help to decrease the amount of time during the EOV Voyage process. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. This is also a great opportunity to show you through video tutorials a new way of communication. This could be very useful for accounting training materials that sometimes are very difficult to understand reading. You might be already boring to hear my voice, so it's time to say goodbye. This is Jesus Moreno, the boy behind the screen. Ciao for now.